Hey y'all, I just wanted to do a quick video. People get really upset when I start criticizing the Ocasio-Cortez woman or Tulsi Gabbard or, any of these political candidates that they're so excited about. And I understand, you guys want to be hopeful and you want to feel like there's somebody who, represents you or could represent you and that there's somebody that you could vote for. But I'm telling you right now, if they're on the corporate media, they don't represent you. They're never going to represent you. There's no chance of it. All these phonies that you believe in, and it's the same on the conservative side too. A lot of people are so excited about Rand Paul, and they're so excited about Beto O'Rourke. I mean, I guess he's technically a Democrat or whatever, but they're so excited about these different candidates. And I'm telling you, if they're on corporate media, they're not going to do the right thing. They're never going to represent you, your interests, your family's interests. They're never going to represent small family-owned businesses. They're going to represent giant corporations. They're going to represent the continuing genocide in Palestine perpetrated by the Israeli state. They're going to represent the continued genocide of the American people by corporations. What McDonald's is doing to the American population is a genocide. I mean, diabetes is a very serious epidemic that's killing thousands of people every year in this country. And, our government has done nothing to thwart McDonald's or, Dunkin' Donuts or any of these giant corporations that are feeding people toxic food. And for you to get excited about Tulsi Gabbard or Ocasio-Cortez or Rand Paul or any of these corporate bots on, you're being played, you're being fooled. Just like you got fooled with Obama, just like you got fooled with Bernie Sanders. I mean, these people are all major corporate puppets that are going to do whatever the corporations want. They're going to continue to do whatever's in the best interest of Goldman Sachs, Monsanto, the illegal and unconstitutional Federal Reserve, the illegal and unconstitutional CIA, NSA, etc. They're going to continue to support war and genocide throughout the world, including in our own country. And, this argument over the border wall is a distraction. The argument over abortion, which has been going on for like my whole life basically, is a distraction. They don't really care about any of those details. They're never going to care about those details. All they care about is the big giant dollar signs that corporations and their government lackeys are trading between themselves. When you look at these giant corporate candidates like Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump for that matter, I mean, we're still sending $3.8 billion a year to Israel every year. Israel, a country that has a higher standard of living than we do at this point, and yet we're sending them $3.8 billion of aid every single year. And for you to question that makes you an anti-Semite. For you to question the fact that AIPAC dominates Washington, D.C., could potentially label you as an anti-Semite. So I'm just really asking you to think with your head, use your critical thinking, and really just don't trust any of these candidates, because I don't believe any one of them. If they're on corporate media, if they're on the Stephen Colbert Show, if they're on any of these giant corporate media shows, chances are they're corporate media employees. And it really sickens me and saddens me to see people that I care about and love getting their hopes up again and again and again for these candidates that, they don't work for you. They don't work for small family-owned businesses. They work for large corporations, and they're going to continue to work for large corporations. So please use your critical thinking, and for the love of God, vote for any third party that's not a Democrat or Republican. Vote for anybody who's not on the corporate media. I know it's hard. I know you think you're throwing your vote away, but trust me when I say, if you vote for either of the major parties, especially after what they did to all the Bernie supporters or all the Ron Paul supporters on the other side in the previous election, there's just no way they're going to ever give you a candidate that you actually want. They're never going to give you a candidate who's actually going to do the right thing. Those candidates are not owned by corporate media, so they're not going to do what you need or want. Just give up that hope, the hope and change that Obama was promising. He drone murdered more people than George W. Bush did. He passed the NDAA. So just whatever you do, don't get your hopes up for these corporate media candidates, okay?